with our blessings. But we don't have a relationship with God. First Timothy tells us, chapter 1, Paul was talking to Timothy. In verse 3, he said, As I besought thee to abide still in Ephesus, when I went to Macedonia, that thou mayest charge some that they teach no other doctrine, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which ministers questions, rather than godly edifying, which is in the faith, so do. And we see that people will give false doctrine, give false teachings, and on what it do, it just leave questions. Questions, well, you know what, man, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can live this type of way. You know, or to get into a place where people are debating the word. Debate even how to live. Even when Paul was saying we need to be on Timothy is saying we need to be on sound doctrine, where we're not wavering, where we're not going back and forth with fables and genealogies. Verse 5, it says, Now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart, and of good conscience, and of faith unfringed, from which some have served, have turned aside unto vain jingling, desire to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor wherefore they affirm. And we see so many people want to try to teach the word and don't even know what they're talking about. And we see it lead so many people into ungodly things, and people find out saying, well, my leader said it was okay, or so-and-so said it was okay, but not having sound doctrine, again, true interpretation of what God is saying in the scripture concerning a thing. He said, but ye know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man. I want you to hear that. The law is not made for a righteous man. Why is it not made for a righteous man? Because we don't need the law to make us stay in right standing with God, because we already know what God requires. Amen. The law is for those who are lawbreakers. Amen. I don't need a law to say don't run that stop sign because I'm not a lawbreaker. I know to stop at the stop sign. I don't need a law in place to say don't be an adulterer, because I understand that adultery is not my lane. See, laws are for those who operate in sin, those who go around to sin. They need the law to stay in the guidelines. He said, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for manstealers, for liars and perjurer persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine. That's what the law is for. So for us to be believers and Christians, why do so many Christians fall in that category? But we say that we are Christians. We see so many in church saying that we are Christians, but it look like we need the law. When Jesus already come to pay the price, well, these things don't supposed to belong to us. We don't. It shouldn't be found in our lifestyle. But we see it so many, and it come to taint the people of God. It come to taint the mindset, especially of this young generation, thinking that you can live and do any kind of way and God is pleased. Come on now. You can live and say and go on and God is still blessing. But I come to ask, who is really giving the blessing? Jesus. Come on now. Who is really blessing you? Who is really blessing your co-workers? Who really blessing your families? Because see, the thing is, God is saying that how can we expect that and to believe that these things are coming from God? Would God bless a murderer when they persist to murder? Same way, how would God continue to bless us when we continue living in sin? Continue whoremonger, continue being a thief, a liar, a backbiter, continue walking the ways of unrighteousness, and we said that it's God. In our mindset, we so twisted in the church that we can't tell the difference between God blessing and Satan blessing. Because the Bible says in Matthew 4, Satan told Jesus, if you bow down to me, I'll give you these things.